Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live with independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator Teresa Harper. I'm located in Oregon in the United States, and I am very happy to have you here today. Let's do Trusty Tool time. We're going to make a Father's Day treat box today, but before we get started, we have a little bit of housekeeping I'm going to go over because there's still some promotions going on that you can take advantage of. But let's see who's on. And then we'll get started. Okay. There we go. Hello, hello. All right. Our project tonight will be using Trusty Tools. I borrowed this from my friend Tracy, and the Trusty Tool dies. This if you are fortunate enough at celebration time in January and February, or in February, you got these dies for free, and then you are able to purchase the stamp set. So these are still available. They're not available as a bundle, but you can still get them separately. And then I'm also going to be using the sentiments from Beside Me, and this is on the last chance list. I used it a week or two ago. Started at $26, then it went down to $13, and today it's only $10.40. So I highly encourage you to grab that up. It's great for birthday cards, Father's Day cards, any type of celebration there, a thank you. Anyway, we're going to use that, and this stamp set is only $10.40. Okay, hello, Cynthia. Thanks so much for joining. So those are the products that we're going to be using tonight. I'm just going to give you another reminder about the buy one, get one 50% off sale for the sweets and the sweet products. This promotion runs through June 30th and is while supplies last. So there are some sweets that are not available as a sweet, but you can purchase the items in the suite that are available individually. Okay, so hello, Laura. So you can buy one and you get the lowest price item at the 50% off. Okay, the virtual album retreat is still happening on July 16th through the 18th. In order to participate, you just need to purchase the month-by-month album retreat kit. That number is 167338. It has 12 two-page spreads already cut and ready to go for you, plus 4 stamp sets and some other things. So it's probably a good value. Here is a photo of the items. It's not a very good photo, but it is a photo of what's in the kit. See, my thing is just not straight. Man, I tried to get that straight and it just does not look straight to me. Hang on just a second. I'm going to try moving that. Let's see, which way do I go? I think I just messed it up more. It takes quite a while for these things to get. There we go. I went the right way. Yay. Okay, there we go. That's straighter. It's funny how before you go live, it looks one way, and when you go live, it looks totally different. Okay, so here is that photo again of all those items in that kit. You get some twine and some gems, some photo placeholders, specialty paper, die cuts. Here's 4 stamp sets, flip flaps, paper page protectors. There is no album though. You will have to purchase your own album. Okay, so that takes care of all of the housekeeping for today. Hello, Jennifer. Thanks for joining. Okay, so as I said at the beginning, we're going to be using Beside Me, marked down a second time to $10.40. We'll be using this for the sentiments, and then Trusty Tools for our decorations. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Here are the gems I want to put on, if I remember to put them on. Texture Dots adhesive backed gems. And we don't have much for cardstock here. So we've got a very small piece of cardstock. And this cardstock, here is our template, is cut at 4 3/4 by 5 1/4. Then we have another piece of crumb cake cardstock, and this piece is 2 1/2 by 5 1/4. And then I've got some white for stamping. I've got a piece of the To Market Designer Series paper. And this piece is cut at 2 5/8 by 1 7/8. And this paper is still available. I believe it's on the last chance, but I'm not 100% sure. And that, let's see. Then we need some basic white cardstock, and you need a piece that is 2 1/2 by 5 1/4. Is that what this is? Yep, 2 1/2 by 5 1/4. I have already run that through the die cut machine using this die from the Trusty Tools. And what I did was I made this to fit this, and then I just centered it so that it was pretty even on the top 3 sides, and then ran that through my machine. So we've got that piece. All right. Then you need a very small piece of silver foil, and that's for some tools. Okay, and then our sentiment is going to go on this little strip right here. This is a 1/2 inch strip, doesn't matter how long it is. We're going to cut it to fit. So let's go ahead and get some stamping done. And what you're going to need is, let's see, I need basic gray ink. I didn't pull that out. Basic gray and garden green are the only colors that you will need. And actually, if you would like, Pebbled Path would work just as well. I actually think I might have stamped mine in Pebbled Path. I know it's retired, but if you have it on hand, it works great. Okay, so we're going to give this a stamp there. And then we need the ball peen hammer. Okay. Oh, I don't know if all my stuff's going to fit on here, actually. It's gonna be close. And then we need a tape measure. Okay. And that is all of our tools that we need to stamp, so we can put that away. Then we'll go ahead and grab our garden green. And we're going to do Celebrating You today. So, I don't know, this might not fit on here. We're going to find out. We're going to find out here in a minute. Well, it would fit if I would stamp it straight. Wow, that was crooked. Okay, 3rd time's a charm. There we go. I didn't get enough over here. Oops. Okay. Okay, so to color these, we're using these. Stampin' Blends markers. So we have Smoky Slate, Blueberry Bushel, and Timid Tiger. Okay, and we are going to color the handles of our ball peen hammer and the wrench in Blueberry Bushel, and I'm just going to brush on some of the dark on the Color Me lines here that the Stampin' Up! Artist put in. Okay, then we'll take our light Blueberry Bushel and fill in the rest of this. You can, if you like, the stamp set does have images. It is a two-step stamping set, so it does actually have stamps to fill this in, so you don't have to color. And I tried that, but I liked the color better. But if you don't like coloring or you like the two-step stamping better, then by all means utilize all of those stamps in the set. Sometimes I'm just not very good at lining up the two-step stamps, and it's just faster for me to color it because it doesn't have these parts anyway. Okay, so I did the same thing with the dark smoky slate on these pieces. Just some Color Me lines here in the dark. Okay. And then we'll go back with our light. I'm using the brush tip. I have better luck getting my caps off with the brush tip. I do have to be a little bit more careful when I color to stay in the lines, but with these tools and the dies, it's not really a big thing if you go out a tiny bit. It's pretty forgiving. So we've got that. Okay, so there's those tools. Then for the tip measure, again, I'm going to do the Color Me lines. This time I'm using Timid Tiger. I tried doing this in the Blueberry Bushel, and it just was too much blue. Too much blue on my project. And I really like the contrast from the Timid Tiger and the Garden Green and Blueberry Bushel. Just going to color that in. Whoops, I just went way out. Way out. Okay, well, let me show you how you fix that. Let's just take our little color lifter here. I wasn't careful at all. I'm going to stay away from the gray and just push that back in a little on the outside of that. And then I should be okay and it shouldn't run. Okay, so there we have it. I'm not coloring these because there's a die for those pieces. So let's go ahead. I gotta fix it. Well, maybe I've already cut that. Maybe I already cut it out and I can use the one I cut. Okay, so then you would take the matching dies and cut those out. And while you're at it, you're gonna take and cut this little piece and this little piece in silver, along with these two pieces. Okay, and I've already done that. So let's get our pieces. Oh, and you also need this piece here for the pliers, the plier handles in Blueberry Bushel. Okay, and when that cuts out in Blueberry Bushel, you're going to get these little handles. Okay, here's our ball peen hammer, our tape measure. Oh, apparently I did not cut out my hammer. Well, I cut it, but I didn't color it. So I think it'll be faster to just cut it. So, and actually, you know what? I know you guys. I'm just going to do it this way. It'll be faster for me. By all means, use the die. But I think I can actually cut this faster because it's a super simple cut. And I could grab my cut and emboss machine, line up the die. So I'm just going to do this. Oh, silly me, there's the hammer right there. Were you guys screaming at me? Were you screaming at me? There's your hammer. This is the one. No, I got them all. Oh my gosh. Brain, go away. Wait a minute, it already went. I gotta find it. Oh, too funny. Okay, let's get my little, these are the pieces I need. I think that's everything. I think that's everything, you guys. Okay. No, what? I need one more of those. It's in here somewhere. I've got a lot of extra little pieces. Let's just pull them out, and then I'll just have everything. Then I just need to figure out what I need. I don't have that piece. I wonder why. I know I cut it. Okay, well, we will have to cut that because it's not gonna just appear. That's for sure. Well, maybe. Who knows? Maybe it will just show up. That would be lovely. I'm still missing one of those. Oh my goodness. I should have just put these in a little dish, and then I would have been able to find them easier. Okay, there we go. All right. Well, let's take our little piece of foil and this. I'll move all of these out of the way. Sorry about that. I thought I had it cut. Well, I know I had it cut. It's just such a tiny little piece. Who knows where it went? On the floor probably when I opened up the bag. And it's probably laying upside down on the white side. But we're okay. We got it. Right? Now we're good. All right. Okay. Let's pop this out of here and put the die back so we don't lose it. There we go. That should be all of our pieces. I'm hoping. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our tools together and then we'll make our box. Okay, so we're going to take and put a tiny bit of liquid glue here. Whoa. I got lucky on that. Usually when you get glue on there, you're out of luck. It looks terrible. I think I did okay though. It doesn't look too bad, you guys. Okay, so that's how that goes together. Let's put that aside. I did get a little excess glue, so let's bring in an extra set I had done. It doesn't have glue everywhere. And then I'm going to use a glue dot because of the glue. I like to use the glue dots rather than the liquid glue if I can. So I'm just going to roll up a glue dot. And another glue dot that decided it wanted to get on my thumb. Let's just roll that up. Stretch it out. And then we'll take our handles, add them to our needle nose pliers. Okay, so we've got those. So we've got our hammer, our crescent wrench. Now we just need our tool here. So I'm going to put the tiniest little bit of glue there. And then I'm going to grab my take your pick tool, and that looks like too much glue. I'm actually going to go like that with my silicone mat. Squish that down so that I've got glue, but it won't ooze. Okay, I'm going to take and put a little bit of glue along here. And add the ruler part. And then I'm going to take a glue dot and stick this on here and put that right there. Okay, all of our tools are done and ready. Let's make our box. Super simple, very quick. Let's get that done. Okay, let's move that out of the way. First thing we're going to do though is we're going to attach this piece, our pegboard, to our wall, basically. That's my thought here. It's my wall. I needed to make this a little bit sturdier. Now, I saw this original idea from another demonstrator. I meant to look up her name. It was Sue something or other. She used the textured notes dies to make her little box. But her box was only 1/4 of an inch big, and that just didn't fit my needs. So I'm just going to center that up as best I can. I'm going to hope that's 2 3/4. Yep. Okay. So we've got that. That's going to be the back of our box. Now let's bring in our scoring tool, a simply scored tool. And we're going to score this first on the 4 3/4 inch side, and we're going to score it at 1 inch from each end. So score at 1, rotate 180 and score again. Then we're going to go to the 5 1/4 inch side, and we're going to score at 2 inches and 3 inches. So 2 inches, 3 inches on the 5 1/4 side, 1 inch each end on the 4 3/4 inch side. Okay. Now I don't know if you can tell, but this end is a little bit bigger than this end, and that is by design. I wanted that back to stick up just a little bit over the front. So I designed it to stick up about 1/4 inch. And then we are going to cut on these tabs. I burnished on those score lines. Cut up straight on the rectangle. Angle cut the squares. And repeat on the other side. Straight up the large rectangle. Then angle cut. Straight up and angle cut. Okay. Okay, so this smaller piece is actually the front of our box. So this is where we're going to put our designer series paper. And if you had a directional pattern, you would want to make sure that the top of the pattern was here and the bottom of the pattern was here. Okay. So let's go ahead and add this. And this also helps you to know where to put your adhesive. So we're going to flip this over, and the side that we just put designer series paper on, I'm going to put my adhesive on. And you guys, I have some old fast fuse, and that's what I'm going to use for tonight. You could use Stampin' Seal Plus. You can use liquid glue or tear and tape. This is what I have, and it's quick and easy for me. And I still have it on hand, so I'm going to use it. Okay. So I've put adhesive on that front piece on the inside and then on those two small sections. Now I'm going to fold up the back of the box and stick my sides on there. Those little side tabs. And then I'm going to fold the front over the back. Line that up as best I can. That in just a tiny bit. Line that up. Line that up. We're good. Line that up there. And that like so. And then burnish so that your adhesive sticks well. Okay, so here's our box thus far. Now we're going to take our pegboard back and we're going to stick this down into our box. Okay, I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to go about right there. And I know that this is 2 3/4, isn't it? Well, now I don't know. I'm supposed to do here 2 1/4. So as long as I don't take this over 2 1/4, I am good to go. So, whoa, put that back. So I'm just going to take and put my hand there. Put my Stampin' Seal. Run that along the back. Like so. Then I'm going to bring this and just slide that down in there. And then we'll give that a burnish. Okay. So now I've got my little treat box here. Now it's time to put our tools on our treat box. So, of course, they're going to stick out from our box because it's 3D. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? And I've got a lot. I'm just using the bones from my, that's going to be too big for that handle. Let's take this and this. It's not quite a whole one. We'll put it right there. It'll be good. So we've got that. This is going to take some minis. And I had a piece of mini bones that was going to work perfect for this. What did I do with those? Of course, when I want them now, I can't find them again. Okay, boo. Oh, this is it. It looked like just a piece of paper when it really is dimensional. There we go. So I've got some half dimensionals already cut here. Let's get my hair out of the tool. We'll stick this right here on the plier. This is half a mini, and it works best if you put the straight side to the inside of the plier. Okay, then we'll just take a regular size mini, put that there. Then I'm going to take these bones here. I'm just going to cut me a little piece. Hope it don't fly too far. Put that on the handle of my pliers. Give them a little lift. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to those halves. Put them at the base of the handle. And then, let's see, was I able, I think I was just able to do this to make sure that those stuck. Oh, well, that's going to be too big. Do you have any more halves? Well, let's just cut some more. Let's cut some more littles. This is how you use up every little bit of your dimensionals. That's going to hold those plier handles together better. Because they're going to get double glue. Okay, so we've got those. Now, let's go ahead and get a large dimensional for there. And then we'll just grab some minis for the handle here. Okay, let's bring back in our box. Let's hang our hammer. I'm going to hang that right there like that. And I'm going to take my crescent wrench. I'm going to hang that there like that. And finally, we'll take our needle nose pliers. That did not come off. It acted like it was going to, and then it decided not to. Come. I don't know about you, but these little tweezers work great for this. Of course, if you've been with me long, you know I don't work without tweezers. I just always feel like my fingers are too fat to get stuff, or they're in the way, or... Oh, man. Okay, come on, come on. Stop being poopy. There we go. Okay, now let's take and put our needle nose pliers right in here on our pegboard like so. And now we need our sentiment. And let's see, I need this to go like so. And I'm just going to put this down flat. Some Stampin' Seal. Just put that right there, celebrating you today. And then we're going to take our tape measure and do a small little piece here. Actually, I need this again. I need this. Come on. That should work about right like that. We'll put this right here. Move it over just a titch. It's the right size, just got it too low. Okay. And then this is just going to go right here like that. And there we are. Now we need those gems. And here is that template again. Let's take our gems. I thought these looked kind of like screw heads or nail heads, something. And I'm just going to reach in here and do that. And there is our Father's Day treat project for today. What do you think? Okay, I'm going to leave that there for just a second. Now, while I was prepping today, well, I got in my online exclusive pre-order that we were able to get. So let me bring that in. If anyone's interested in looking at pre-order items. How we doing? Okay. So let's start with a standalone bundle. This one is called Fright Night. It has a 6-piece clean rubber mount stamp set. And then it has coordinating dies that you can purchase to go along with that. You get Boo and Eek and 3 spider webs and a spider. This cuts out these sentiments in the stamp set. Okay. And then you have these. These are, well, this one, that is at full size. So this is the outline, and the smaller one then is going to cut out the image. Okay. But you have a nested layering die, so I love layering dies. And this will be perfect for treat boxes. Coming soon. All right, so we've got that. Then one of the other, are you guys just super quiet? Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you're still there. Okay, so this is just a note. It's 7. Again, it's a clean stamp set. It also has a die set. The die set comes in this teeny tiny little envelope. But don't let the envelope size fool you because there are 10 dies in this envelope. And here they are. Okay, I haven't gotten, this one needs to go in a plastic thing. I made up the thing, plastic envelope, but I didn't put it in there. Okay, so you can cut your notebook paper so that it really looks like a piece torn out of the notebook. Then you've got a heart and a star, a couple of arrows. This and this make a binder clip. No, this and this make a binder clip. This is a clipboard clip. Then you can make a paper clip. You've got a couple of flags and then this heart. Okay, so that's kind of a cute little set. I can't wait to play with that. And then here we go. Look at that jar of joy. This is a 12-piece photopolymer stamp set, and it coordinates with our Sweet Jar Builder Punch. Now, the Sweet Jar Builder Punch comes with, you can purchase it in a bundle with the Sweet Jar stamp set, or you can purchase it separately. And then coming July 1st is Jar of Joy. So you've got a snowman, some ornaments, some cookies. Wishing you the sweetest Christmas, sending a jar full of cheer. May your heart be filled with joy. And then splatter stamps and a little, this is actually for the snowman. And then a little bow here. Okay, so that is Jar of Joy. This is photopolymer, two-step stamping. Okay, now let's go. Here's another standalone item. It's the Sunflower 3D embossing folder. Can you guys see well enough? I just realized I have no lights on in here. I guess it looks pretty clear. So this is one of those 6x8 embossing folders, and you guys look at that dimension. I did not wet my paper or do anything. All I did was put it in the embossing folder and run it through the die cut machine, and that texture, the layering, the levels is amazing. And of course you can cut this right in half, and then you'll have two card fronts. Oh, thanks, Cynthia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's talk sweet components. So there are 3 sweets coming in the online exclusive. This is the ribbon from one of those sweets. It's the Mossy Meadow and Gold trim. And it is gorgeous. This is 1/4 inch. Very easy to tie. Very nice. It's just gorgeous. Oops. This is one of those 2-sided ribbons you gotta turn. Yeah. I'm not very good at those, but I'm gonna make it work because I think this ribbon is gorgeous. So I need to flip this when I put it through. There we go. I think I did it. I think I did it. Okay, it's hard to do on the roll. This needs to twist like that. There we go. And then we twist this down, and then we get the ribbon how we want it. Look at that. I did it. Did it. Beautiful ribbon though, isn't it? Look at that gold shine. Okay, so that comes, this is actually part of the Painterly Pear Suite collection, and these are the low sparkle profile dots also from that suite collection. I haven't gotten anything else from it, just these two items. And these are Darling Duckling, Mossy Meadow, and Secret Sea are the colors. Okay. So these both come from the Painterly Pears. And then we have the Charming Day. Suite. And I got the whole suite. So this is the suite. So these are the gems from the suite. Charming Shimmer Faceted Gems. You get Petal Pink, Berry Burst, and Night of Navy. And these are a very low profile, if you're wondering. No extra postage there. Okay. And then in that suite is braided trim. Going to be honest with you, I did not mean to order this, but I ordered the whole suite, so I got it, and it was I was able to get mine at buy one, get one half off, so it's okay. I'll be able to shred this braid, or it'll be great to just lay flat, because it is very thin, but this is also one of those that you can pull apart, and you guys know how much I love to pull apart my ribbons. Okay, so then we have the Charming Day stamp set, and it has a coordinating die set. So you get dies to cut all of these images here. And then you get all of these detailed die extras. Stay tuned for die charts. I didn't just see this. I didn't get to those. My order didn't arrive until after 4 o'clock yesterday, so I was lucky to get done what I did get done. All right, so that is the Charming Days. Now this coordinates with the June Paper Pumpkin, and the last day to subscribe for that is today. Okay, so we've got that. And then we have the Floral Charm Designer Series paper that goes along with this. And I already have these set up, so all I have to do is flip. So here is one side. I don't have to flip. All I have to do is scoot. Okay, so front and back. Front and back. Front and back. This one has a fall feel to me. It would work great for the fall. And then we have this one with the Mossy Meadow on the reverse side. And this, man, I love this color palette. So pretty. And this is the last pattern Okay. And the colors in this are Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock, and Timid Tiger. Okay. And that is all of the Floral Charm Suite. I have one more suite. They have a Halloween suite, and it is called the Spooky Suite Halloween Suite. Okay, so let's get that. Got the paper here. So this is the ribbon in there. It's called Petunia Pop Iridescent Ribbon. 1/4 inch, very thin. This is going to tie like a dream. And it's not a two-sided, so you don't have to worry about that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. The gems in there are, well, they're not gems. They're black, purple, and white shimmer star foam dots. Stars. Shimmer star foam stickers. That's what they're called. Okay. So we have those. In that suite. And then we have iridescent treat bags, which I'm thrilled to death about because these will work great for my purposes. They're see-through yet very iridescent. Okay, so let's get those. And then we have the Spooky Halloween stamp set. 10 photopolymer stamps. Comes with coordinating dies. Okay, so you can cut out all of the images. Got the little cat, the little broom. You have 2 dies to cut the little pumpkin out. And then you can cut the little puppy. You cannot cut these, but you do have all of these extra pieces. So you have a haunted house, a fence, this die, and then some bats. Now, let me go ahead and put these back on, and I'll show you what that bat die does, because I was intrigued to figure out how it worked. So when you put that on a piece of cardstock, it cuts you a nice label, but then your bat pops up. So, and it's actually scored all the way across. So I suppose you could, I didn't try, fold this in half. And then you would have a pop-up element for your card, because you could just glue that down and set this up. Okay, so that's what that piece does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just making sure all the dies are there. Okay, so that's that. Happy Halloween, spooky, no tricks, all treats. Don't worry, eat sweets. Oh, here's that. Go ahead and put that away. All right, and then we have the paper. So I did already cut into the paper. So you have a sheet of paper that goes together like this, actually. Goes like this. And then it has the other piece here. I cut 2 inches. I cut this whole set off here, so I cut it at 2 inches. So you can get these, you're going to get 4 of these, 4 of these, and 4 of these out of this one piece. Okay, so that is that piece. And then this is the reverse side. Okay, so you can see that full. That's what that looks like. And then the reverse side. All right. Then you have this, where you can cut that at 6 inches or cut it at 5 1/4 and use that. And then there's the reverse side, petunia pop. And then you have this fabulous little candy bats and star paper. Man, that's so nice. And then the back of it is a black and orange scritchy scratch pattern. Okay. And my paper's falling, you guys. It's falling. And then we have this one and a reverse side. I almost cut these out today. I made a project using this and I'm going to show it to you. I love these little sketched and colored images. And then this is the reverse side of that sheet. And then you get 2 of these die cut pieces. These are all die cut for you, so you can just punch them out and put them on a card or a 3D item or what have you. Okay, so that is that suite. Now, oh, I guess I should tell you what colors are in here. Hang on, gotta lift that piece up. I don't want that to get all bent up. There we go. Okay, so we've got that. Now, the colors in this paper are Basic Black, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, Petunia Pop, and Pumpkin Pie. And I sat down today and I thought, oh, I'm sure I can take the same design that I used with the Trusty Tools and turn it into a little box for trick or treat. Okay, so this box is actually 2.5 by 2 here, where the Trusty Tools is 2 3/4. So when I designed this box size, I designed it to fit the pegboard. And when I designed this box size, I designed it so that it would fit this 2-inch piece. And I have a wider border, but so really all I did was cut down the width for this one. But this will give you an idea of what you can put in. You can put in 3 Ghirardelli chocolates. That's what I've got in here. Okay. And of course they fit in the tools. And then I have, here's the ones that are supposed to be in here. These you don't have to fold these up as much as you do for there. So we've got our Ghirardelli squares in there. And then I made a couple more. Let's see, this one's Celebrating You Today. And then this one I used the Thank You Dad from Beside Me. And it holds 2 fun size Reese's peanut butter cups. And then I've got this one and it has 6 Hershey's Nuggets. Now, I don't know that you couldn't get 6 Hershey's Nuggets in the smaller one, because you need every bit of the 2 3/4 for those to fit. But there's some ideas of what you can fit in there. And that's what I have for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed the sneak peeks of the upcoming online exclusives. Oh, and you guys, I want to show you this because if it weren't for you, I wouldn't have this. So in my box, along with my sweets, it's probably too tall and you're not going to be able to really see it. But here is my tote that I got. And it will fold down. Hang on. Let me take these out because these are just Velcro so that you can do that. And then, hang on. Yeah, there we go. So here is the tote that you helped me to earn. So thank you very, very much from the bottom of my heart. There's 6 pockets, 3 on the front, 3 on the back. It's about 13 inches long. It's going to be a very nice tote, so thank you. All right, so that is my presentation for tonight. I hope you liked that. I will be back on Thursday night. Not sure what we're going to do, but we'll do something. And that will be on YouTube. So I will see you then. Take care, stay cool, and happy stamping, everybody. Thanks so much. Be sure to give it a like and a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Until Thursday or next Tuesday, depending on when you join me, have a great time. Bye.